Hey everybody, today I wanted to do a quick video and talk about a great plant that I really enjoy in my yard, the Texas sage. And I wanted to do the video today because hopefully you can tell it is absolutely covered in blooms this morning. Normally I have some bluebird houses here. I took those down because the bluebirds are kind of done nesting for the year. So now I'm focusing a little bit more on the plants in our yard that are blooming right now. I thought I would talk a little bit about this one. So Texas sage is really a plant that you can grow and keep in more of a shrub form. I've actually trained mine to grow in more of a tree-like form. So it's gotten really tall. But what's great about this plant is it's very low maintenance. I never water it. I do absolutely nothing with it. And it stays evergreen year-round. It never loses its leaves or anything like that. And I'm hoping if I can get in here and show. What's great about this plant is it's got beautiful green leaves, but they're really more of like a grayish green. So that's kind of what drew me to this plant initially, is it was green, but it was a different shade of green in our yard, so it just kind of created contrast. But what's fun about the Texas sage is it doesn't bloom all the time. It's actually some people consider it a rain forecaster. I believe actually Native Americans used to use it to predict if it was going to rain or not. You'll come out some days, there will be absolutely no blooms on it at all, or you'll come out on a day like today and it's covered in blooms. And supposedly this is a plant that it reads the humidity and what's going on in the weather conditions, and when it blooms like this, it's supposed to mean that you've got rain coming in the next few days. It's basically a rain forecaster. So it's just kind of a fun plant because you never know what you're going to get. You'll come out some days and it's covered in blooms. You'll come out other days it has no blooms. And this happens year round. So it's a fun plant because of that reason, especially in the summertime. That's usually when it tends to do most of its blooming. But I'm hoping you can tell in this video, it is covered in bees. When these blooms are on the plant, the pollinators absolutely love it. Bees especially, but also hummingbirds. When the hummingbirds are in the area, they love this plant. I never really see too many butterflies go to it, but for sure if you're looking for something that attracts bees and hummingbirds, this is a great plant. And again, it's very low maintenance. I do nothing with it. I don't water it. I know it can do very well in hot climates, in dry climates, because that's kind of what we have here. But it also will do fine if it gets the occasional rain, as long as it's not getting flooded with water. I think that's the only thing that it does not like. But I've had this one, threw it in the ground, have done nothing with it since, and it's always been a very happy plant. But it's absolutely stunning when it's in bloom like this. So I just thought I would talk about it real quick. And again, I've always referred to it as Texas sage. That's the common name for it. And again, I would definitely recommend grow it in the tree form, because when you do that, you're just going to get a lot more leaves on the plant and more blooms. I've been really happy with it as more of a tree in our yard. Anyway, just wanted to show off the blooms. Really fun plant. Great contrast of green in the leaves, and also a really pretty kind of purplishy pink bloom. So just a wonderful plant. Really enjoy it. Thought I would do a video to show it off a little bit. If anyone has any questions about this plant, feel free to ask. I'd be happy to answer them. You can totally trim it if it gets too big or you want to shape it. It's a plant that it's very easy to trim. Even, you know, if you've noticed the stalks that are on this, it never really gets that thick. So it's something that, you know, if you wanted to trim it up a little bit, it's very easy to do. And it's a plant that always rebounds from trimming. It kind of likes being pruned throughout the year. But anyway, Texas sage. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.